Hi, I'm Alexi, welcome to Alexis Guitars. In this video series, I'm going to be building a double cut junior style guitar. Now, I love the look of these guitars, and I really want to challenge myself to improve my lutherie skills. I've never made a set neck guitar before, or guitar with an angled headstock, or even a guitar with an angled neck for that matter. This should be a great opportunity to put everything into practice that I learnt from making my last guitar, which was last year's Great Guitar Build-Off entry. I don't know how many episodes there's going to be in this series, but I'm starting this one right at the beginning with the wood selection. Now, if you want to skip right to the building, use the chapters feature or the timestamps in the description below. If you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Drop me a comment below letting me know your thoughts on the build and also some helpful tips, that would be great. And if you haven't already, please do consider subscribing so you don't miss the next episode. Alright, let's get to it. Essentially, there are 3 bits of wood I need to buy. Wood for the body, wood for the neck, and wood for the fretboard. I'm shopping at Guitars and Woods. This is not a sponsored video. There are plenty of retailers you could use. I've just had some good experience with this one. So, body blanks. A junior style guitar is typically all mahogany, and I'm looking to cut costs. So this one-piece mahogany body like the Sapili here for 50 euros is out of my budget. So I'm going to go for this. 3-piece Okume, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, but apparently it's a type of mahogany for 22 euros. Loads of companies use multiple piece bodies to cut down costs. It's not an issue at all. It just might have an impact on the finish that you want to apply. Great, so let's add that to the cart. For the neck, I need something to be thick enough because I'm building a set neck. The least expensive mahogany neck blank that's thick enough is this Kaya neck blank here for 20 euros. There are ways to build this neck with a thinner piece of wood, which would also cut down costs, but this is my first time building a set neck, so I'm going to go for this one. Add to cart. As for fretboard material, I'm not at all picky. I'm just going to compare some prices and see what I like. So checking what Guitars and Woods actually have. They have African rosewood for 8 euros. That's pretty cool. Ebony for 20 euros. I'm not going to be doing that. Maple fingerboard for 9 euros 60. Wenge for 8 euros. That's cool. I think I'm going to go for that. So let's add up what I've got. That's wood for the body, for the neck, for the fretboard, and I've also included this set of fret end cutters, which I'm going to need much later down the line. So including postage, my current total is 84 euros and 79 cents. So that's the wood sorted. Now I just got to wait for it to come. I found this template PDF online, printed it out, and stuck it onto this large piece of MDF which I have especially for template making. This little jig was super easy to make and set up, and it was such a help. It really improved my template making to get nice, smooth curves. I think this is the best template I've ever made. The wood has arrived, packaged really well as usual, and the wood is already plain, so I just need to give it a light sand. Here I'm using a Telecaster neck template as a straight edge. I know I could just buy a junior style neck template, but I'm really trying to cut cost on this, so I made my own. The electric planer is a relatively new purchase for me, and so far I'm really happy with it. I eventually want to save up for some good quality hand planes, but this definitely fills the gap until then. Please remember that this is sped up. Do not use a router as recklessly fast as this looks. I had this tiny bit of chip out here from the router, but luckily it's a fairly clean break and I was easily able to glue it back on. I'm really happy with this. The curves are nice, there's a bit of hand sanding still left to do, but generally this is a nice looking guitar body. I do need to do some flattening on the top because there's a few scratches and dents like this one. Okume seems to dent pretty easily, but overall, looking good. The template I downloaded had a 17-degree headstock angle, which to me seemed a bit excessive, so I changed it and ended up with a 12-degree angle. I intended to use the side neck templates, obviously to route the neck blank to the right depth and get the side profile nice, but I ended up just using it as a bit of a rough guide for planning. I couldn't get the edges straight enough, and in hindsight, I should have used a router and a straight edge. I was pretty happy with this little jig, but after 5 minutes of sanding I realized it would be much quicker with a router. So that's what I did. Here's the Werbung fretboard. Now I found this fret slotting template online and very carefully stuck it onto the fretboard. I'm not sure if you can quite make it out, but I've extended the fret slot lines with a pencil so that I can then join them with a ruler afterwards. I used the calipers just to make sure that I'm pretty much in the right ballpark with the distance between the frets, and I also went over this with a razor blade just to make it a bit easier to see than the pencil marks. This whole process was a real success. I did a dry clamp beforehand just to kind of prep, and I left it 24 hours to dry before unclamping. I really like the look of Werbung as a fretboard. I thought this would be a good place to end episode 1. At the time of filming this, I'm actually a lot further down the road in the guitar build process, and the next episode is going to start with a very big mistake I made, which I will need to correct. Regarding the work done in this video, I'm really happy with the progress. And I don't just mean the progress in the sense of the guitar build itself, but also the progress in my own, or the improvement of my own guitar building skills. I made myself a few jigs, and using those kind of unlocked way more things that I was capable of, which I wouldn't have been able to do without them. And these were especially helpful for the guitar templates. Now, using these makes me look back at the previous builds I've done and thought, how did I even get that far? One thing I do need to problem solve is that there's a couple little dents on the body. It seems like okume is quite, I mean, it's a hardwood, but quite soft for a hardwood. It dents quite easily. And I haven't quite decided what finish I'm going to be applying. So if it's going to be a flat color, that's not really an issue because I can just fill those dents. But I was kind of toying with the idea of staining this guitar. Like I said, I haven't decided yet, but I need to problem solve what I do with those dents based on what I'm planning to do for the guitar finish. Okay, I'll leave episode 1 there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. That's all for me for now. Till next time.